Yeah, I'm at a bus station, a hub for migrants who are stuck in this border area at the moment, just outside the border city of Edirne, near the Pazar Kule border crossing on the edge of Turkey, on its border with Greece. And here there are several hundred migrants from various countries, Syrians, Iranians, people from Iraq, Uzbekistan, lots of Afghan nationals as well, who are basically not sure what they're going to do, not sure what's going to become of them in the next few days. They are being driven here in buses, paid for, we were just told by a driver, by the Turkish government, and they're also being moved around at various times by the Turkish police. This morning we saw scenes where Turkish police were telling these people who've been camped out here for days that they have to leave, they can't stay here, that they either have to go back to the cities where they were living in Turkey, or they have to go towards the river which separates Turkey from Greece, where they could then, we assume, attempt to cross over the border illegally. So a lot of questions up in the air at the moment. People here very uncertain about what is going to be happening to them. There are families here with very young children. There are a lot of people very confused and getting frustrated because it's been nearly a week now since the Turkish president said that Turkey was opening its border with Greece, and people here still hoping they can get through to European Union territory.
Catherine, you just mentioned uncertainty certainly seems to loom for these migrants. You've been there since the early hours of morning. What have they been saying to the migrants that you've been having conversations with?
Well, people here are very resigned to the situation. Some of them, they're just waiting to see what happens next. Of course, there is a certain amount of frustration here. One man told us they were fed up. They felt that they were being used as toys in a political game. And they're aware of some of the dialogue around this, that politicians from various countries, various unions have been talking to each other. But they really just want some kind of solution for them and their families, because the conditions here, it has to be said, are really tough. Right now out here, people are out in the open, some of them making makeshift tents or sleeping under the shelter of the bus station where we are. But last night, overnight, it was cold and rainy, and clearly that's not great conditions for families sleeping here. There are no sanitary facilities, toilets at this location. So living conditions for people are very hard indeed. They're cramped round fires they're lighting just on the grass here, which is clearly a safety risk, and relying for food, a lot of them, on people giving out food distribution. So very precarious time for them indeed.